Hello students, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we will be starting with our first project and we are making a calculator. Okay, although it is very simple, but it is very important that you know how the functions work in calculator. We are doing it from scratch. Okay, it's better if you open your VS Code and also do practice along with my code. Okay. Uh, our first project is calculator. We know the purpose of calculator, why we use it. If you want to do any kind of calculation, we prefer to use a calculator because it is very fast and can give us accurate answer within a second. Well, let's begin with our Python code. First, what we did, we make a function. We make function. We know whenever we make function, we use this and then give the name of function. And function name is calculator, right? After that, I want to print like our calculator is working or calculator like this function is being executed. Okay. Then I want my first number. Then I will like float. Yes. Okay. So till now what we did, we make a function that's name is calculator. And whenever we are declaring function in Python, we have to put that def. Then I give the name of function. You can see it's a calculator. Then in first line, I just print welcome to the calculator. You can also name it welcome to your name's calculator. Welcome to my personal calculator. I want my input. I want my first number to be added. Okay. So I am making it for only for two numbers. If you want multiple numbers, definitely you can go ahead of. So firstly, what I did, take I input my first number. For that, I use float. Then input command is basically used to input from the user. To input, it will show write your first number. And then I did the type casting. So any number, any float number, we will input any float number. Even if I did uh, integer, it will convert it to the float because here we are using a typecasting function. Then we have the operators. Whenever we are performing operations, we need some operators. We have four operators here. First is for addition, we have the plus sign. For subtraction, we have minus sign. For multiplication, we have this direct sign. Then for division, we have the backslash sign. Then we need number two. So number two again is similar to the number one. I take the input from the user and I converted it into the float. Now we have to tell the calculator like if the operator is plus, what you have to do? You have to plus the two numbers. If the operator is minus, you have to subtract the two numbers. If the operator is asterisk sign or start sign, you have to multiply these two numbers. And if the sign is backslash, you have to uh, divide these two numbers, right? So we will write if operator is plus, right, equals to plus, then we have to what we have to put result. What will be the result? Result will be number one plus number two, right? In addition, what we do? We do addition. So here we are doing the addition. We are moving to next, that is else if. If I put else if, it means there is first condition is plus. Okay, if the operator is plus, then you do. If there is no plus, then we use the else if. Then multiplication and the other case. Other operators will be subtraction, right? Then we put the result as number one, as number one minus number two, right? Then we have the another operator that is the multiplication. Then again we did the multiply. Then for the last, then we have the else if operator. The operator we are using this. Now for division, there are some rules. Like number 2 should not be equal to 0 because we know if we divide some number divide by 0, it will give us infinity. And we cannot represent infinity in numbers. Therefore, there is further if and else loop in the if else loop. So here But we can see if I added the number 2 should not be 0. Then result will be number 1 divided by number 2. Else, if the number 2 is 0, we will write we cannot divide and we can say cannot divide by the 0. It is not possible to. Right? Then we have to print the result. Yes. So right now we have trained for these four functions. But if someone accidentally put some other symbol, what will happen? Will show it is invalid operator or right. So it will print invalid operator. And finally, we have to print the output. We have to print the output. Okay. So we can also wait a minute. If I want print yes, yes. Okay. Yes. So clearly we have created the function now. Function includes everything. To call a function, what we do? Again, we will write function. What is the function? Calculator. Okay. And we do like this. Now if I run this program, you will able to see the result. But firstly, again, let's have a look on code. So what we did, we create a function that's name is calculator. Then I just print welcome to the calculator. It will help me like your program is being running properly. Right? It will guide me like your program has been started. Then I have the number one. What I did here, I input the number. Then for the operator, similarly, I took the input from the user. For number two, I'm also then taking the input from the user. Then we have trained for the four operators. If the operator one is at addition sign or plus sign, we know we have to do addition right here. Then for similarly for minus, uh, this multiplication and division. Under division, what we did, we know if we divide some number by 0, it will give us infinity. To handle that case, we have put here. If the number is not 0, then we can easily do the division part. But if it is 0, it will print cannot divide by the 0. And else case represent if there is other operation, then plus minus multiplication and division will show invalid operator, right? So if someone put the at the rate, if someone put the hashtag, it will show it is invalid operator. Finally, we have print the results. It will be printing number one, then operator, number two, and the result. Finally, I called my function. Let's see. So you can see I'm getting my output. One minute. Yes, you can see first line is print welcome to the calculator. We are getting welcome to the calculator. Second is it's taking the input number one from the user. So similarly, it is asking for my number one. So I put some number. Then it is asking me for any operator. Then I want the addition, right? Then the second number. So I put 90. Okay. Now you can see we are getting the result. The result of this test is 124, right? You can even calculate it. We are getting the similar answers, right? It's that simple to make a calculator. But if you present this project to someone, it does not feel that appealing, right? Because there is no UI, or we can say it does not have a very good uh, presentation, right? Then, therefore, I have created a calculator that is using Streamlit. Streamlit is basically a web interface library in that is in Python that help us to make a web interface very easily. Okay, so this code is already done. I will explain you. Okay, so firstly from the we have import that Streamlit library because we wanted to work on the website. Okay? Then now to represent the Streamlit and I give the page configuration. Like I wanted to tell this like how my web page must look like. So I give the page title as calculator, then I give the icon as the this icon, page icon, and then I layout I set that at the center. It means all the information that I will be writing or giving must be in centered in the center position. It should not be at left of the page or it should not be the right of the page. All information must be at the center of the page. Here we have the three states. Okay. So first is expression, that is EXPR. So expression that we are writing 23 plus 24 is that expression. For that initially we do not have any expression. Therefore you can see there is a blank. Right. Secondary is the expression state, that is when basically when you press equal to calculate the result. It is for that. And then last is when you evaluate it and you press the clear button. And this is for the just evaluative. In current, it is false. Right? So here we have defined operators in our list. Okay, we have created the operator. Then, then again we are creating a function here. You can see def means a function and the function name is press. And here I am giving some input. That input is C. So here I am writing C equals to C. C means clear. Again, it needed to come back to its initial setting. So you can see the initial settings. These are the initial settings. And this is again coming back to the initial setting. Okay. So if the key is this, so our expression will move to -1. This means we are removing the last element. Okay. And then we did not do any kind of evaluation. So it's still to the whole. Then if key equals to the equal to. So here what you have to write. Firstly, what we are doing, if multiply, there is multiply sign, I have to replace it with a straight sign because in Python we use this straight sign. And if it is divide sign in the program or in user with the divide sign, we have to we have to take this as a backslash. Okay. And minus will be replaced by minus. Then, yeah, then we have the allowed. In allowed, we created the set of the numbers and some special symbols. Okay. Yeah. If anything you press apart from this, it will show the error. Then we have the error handling. So here what we did a try and a except cases. So firstly we try first process is when we are evaluating. So we get all the numbers here. You can see we are calculating here. We are getting the results here and we will say evaluated. Yes, we are fitting with our skill. Yes, we get the evaluation. Second is when we are dividing by zero. It is another subtraction. It can happen like a student wanted to do some mischief, so someone can put it back. Okay. So that is the exception. And to handle that, what we do, we will write in whenever someone write the equation, we will say cannot divide by zero, right? And secondly, we will not calculate it, therefore there is nothing. And then we will clear it. So that is the evaluated here is true. Then we have the exception, again exception. If there is any error, like someone put some wrong symbol, someone put some wrong operator, then it will show error. We are not calculating anything, there is true, and we have to press the clear. So that is true here. Okay, yeah. So if we have the key, that is equal to plus minus. So what will we do? It is handling the questions when we have the multiple kind of the operators. Okay, these are some other like other handling. Then we have the styling part. So for styling, what we use the CSS, right? So it is completely CSS. You can just copy it from here. And if you want to add something, you can go here. You can choose the colors. You can change the weight, margin, everything. Padding is basically the spacing around your text, background color, whatever. If you want to change, you can change in this. Okay. So this is our CSS part. Yes. Okay. So here what we did, we have created the rows. that is named as like this. We have the operators, then we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then whenever we are pressing, suppose 2, the 2 has some rows and some column, right? It has some row, sorry, it has some row and it has some column. For that, we are using a zip. Okay. So from that, it is able to extract the words properly, and then we will see how it will work to calculate the file. Yes. So this Streamlit website will be running on your local host. You can clearly see it is a local host, right? It is running on your local host. So this is the calculator. Here you can add your name like it is my calculator. Welcome to calculator. It is very basic interface, just so that you can easily learn how we can make a calculator. Right? Now I will select two numbers. I write 22. Then I want to add your addition button. So I write okay, and I take the 63, right? Then I basically add 8. Okay, and now I just press on equals to. So you can clearly see my answer. If I want to clear, you see, we will come back to our initial state, right? If I write 8, 5, multiply by 0, right? We are getting the answer, right? Then again I press the clear. And 5 divide by, if I write 0, it say it is error. It says cannot be division by the 0. Again I press the clear. And in this way you are able to make your first ever project, that is your calculator. Okay. So it's quite easy. First we try to understand how the function works. Basically, we take the two inputs from the user. We also take the input of the operator from the user, and we take if-else loop. If-else cases basically. If the operator is this, we have to add. If this operator is this, we have to subtract. If operator is this, we have to multiply. And if this operator is this, we have to divide. And then we will return the result. Okay? It's very easy. Try this at your home. And if you face any issue, just comment it down. I'm here to help you. Stay tuned for next video.